Well, hey Broncos fans, welcome inside Capel Arena. It's great to have you live with us on the Broncos Sports Network as we get set for CIAA tournament play. We are in the home stretch of the regular season. Just one more game this weekend on the road at St. Augustine and Raleigh for the Broncos before they head to Baltimore and Royal Farms Arena to try and compete for a second straight CIAA championship. And here's some of the girls that will be taking part in that tournament. You know them by now this year, some of the stars, the Lady Broncos. We have London Thompson, Rashika Simmons, Anila Bryant, and of course, head coach Serena King-Coleman. Guys, thanks so much for joining us. It is the time that really matters at this portion of the season where you got one more regular season game, one more chance to improve that seeding, and then up to Baltimore to try and compete for some of the hardware. Coach, I'll start with you. Just looking at this season from a bird's eye view, what's been the most enjoyable thing to coach about this specific group to coach this year?
Just their personalities. We have a great group of girls. They have a wide array of personalities, but they play hard, and it's been a learning experience for them incorporating into the program, but I've really enjoyed them as people.
London, I know you're kind of helping teach some of these other girls what this time of year is all about and be a leader in this respect. You were a part of that starting five that won the championship against Bowie State a couple years ago out in Charlotte. How much did that moment, winning the championship in your first year with the Broncos, motivate you to get back to that point again this year?
My adrenaline was I was just ready for the next year to start. I was just ready to build with a new team and just get back to where we left off.
Anila, this is your first chance to go to the tournament. Rashika, you as well. But Anila, for you at this stage, how do you manage when you go there in Baltimore, soaking in the moment and experiencing it all for the first time, but also staying focused and doing your job and saying, hey, this is a business trip at the end of the day, and we have a job to get done?
Well, I think we just got to keep doing what we've been doing and know that it is a business trip. Just keep playing our game.
Rashika, you're going on into Baltimore, of course, being one of the leading scorers of this Broncos team. But when you play alongside girls like this, it helps that you don't have to necessarily be the focal point of a defense the entire game. How much has playing with these girls helped open up your game and allowed you to be effective each night?
Well, playing with them is really amazing. Sometimes I can get out of my head, and they come and talk to me and motivate me to stay insane. So it's really good.
Coach, the tournaments can go really any way. Sometimes you get your top seed that comes into town and rolls through everybody. Sometimes you get the Cinderella story of the team at the bottom that gets hot at the right time and runs to the top and wins a championship. But what do you think is the one consistent over the years that you've seen for teams that have success in tournament settings like you're about to experience? Is there a quality you have to have as a team come tournament time?
Well, I think you have to be a team. I would say probably since I've been here recently, it's been the top seed that's won it every time. So actually the year that we won it, we were the top seed. But I think more than anything is tournament experience. Sometimes it can be tough. You don't know how people are going to respond to the crowd. You don't know how they're going to respond to the atmosphere. Will the nerves take over? And I think even when you have experience, there's still quite a bit of nerves that, can I get past it? But the experience of being there before helps you get past those moments of the butterflies, and so you can still perform.
London, you guys had a good record this year inside of Capel Arena, 8-3 overall, won the majority of your conference games here inside of Capel, and it was really nice coming out of January when the students were able to file back in here, and I know that you came down with some big rebounds late and some close games here inside of Capel Arena, and it seemed like your team was really willed forward in those close games by the students that were in the building. What was that environment like once everybody got to come back in here and kind of root you guys on?
It felt like old times. Just the energy in the gym and just everybody cheering us on. Just everything was just like old times.
Let me talk a little bit more about your rebounding this year because you've been a monster down on the glass. It's still possible that you could lock in a 200 rebound. I don't know how much you look at the stat sheet, but you're close to that 200 rebound mark this year. What's the key to good rebounding? Some rebounders say they just have an instinct before the ball hits the rim where it's going. But what works so well for you down low?
I think it's hard. I believe it's hard. I have to go get it. That's the mindset on the court. I have to go get it.
Yeah, just outwork everybody else that's down there trying to take you on. Rashika, let me focus a little bit more in on your game, because while London's ripping down big rebounds at key times this year, you've been getting huge buckets at key times down the stretch. Talk to me a little bit about pressure, because I think maybe there's a certain point in an athlete's career where the pressure becomes a privilege, and pressure is no longer pressure; it's just motivation. But how do you get locked in those final moments of games, and what do you think makes you excel in those big moments late?
Well, I've been doing this for a while under pressure, so just like you said, it's motivation. It's not hard, it's not really a problem, but without them, I don't think none of this would be possible. So I just go out and play basketball, and I know that they got my back, so we do it together.
Nyla, how much is playing alongside Rashika, you think, helped your game this year? I know there's been moments where you've been in the starting five, and you've also been providing big minutes off the bench, but sometimes when you have Rashika being the focal point, how does that help open you up on the floor?
It's good because we all a team, so we all look for each other, and I can trust her that if I'm having a bad night, then I know my teammates can step up and everybody can do their job.
Coach, finally, this is a little bit of a younger group than the one that you have rolled into the tournament with in the past, the one that you won the championship with a couple of years ago. But what is your message to them going into this one, and do you coach any differently when you have some girls who are experiencing the tournament for the first time?
I don't think you coach any differently. You try to prepare them as much as you can for the atmosphere. I think we got a taste of that with our rival game against Winston-Salem, so that they at least have an idea of what it perceivably could be about. But ultimately, it's just about playing hard. We can win at any time. We got on a nice little roll at one point. It's all about timing. People always say it's a little bit of luck. And it's a little bit of timing. I believe in this team, and as long as they believe in each other, we can go as far as we want to.
Well, there's one more chance for, as we mentioned, the Broncos to improve their seeding this weekend on the road against St. Augustine, and then it's up to Baltimore. A couple of great programs. The Broncos will meet up there once they get to Baltimore. You have the North Division team in Lincoln, along with Elizabeth City State, that are putting together good seasons this year, and also in the South, Johnson C. Smith, who the Broncos are fighting with in the Southern Division at the moment. So, ladies, good luck as you hit the road this weekend, and then on the road to Baltimore. We'll be cheering for you here in Fayetteville, and I'm sure some Broncos fans will be joining you up in Baltimore as well, in what should be a great scene. So, thanks so much for joining us, and good luck in this postseason run.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us on the Broncos Sports Network.